This is the life of translator, 薛凤. First of all, we can only rely on Lifechanyuan values. Personal relationship is undependable. Even Xue Feng and any one of translators are undependable. Only through Lifechanyuan values can it be possible for translators to live a happy life. Any intention to rely on somebody will lead to final desperation. So everyone's behaviors must be based on laws and disregard of people. Must be based on Lifechanyuan value, not on Xue Feng. We can reach our destination as long as Lifechanyuan value exists, no matter what happens to Xue Feng. So we must live with people who can resonate with the Lifechanyuan value, even if there are only 3 or 4 people who have mature resonance in mind. They can live a happy life if they obey Lifechanyuan values. Any ignorance of Lifechanyuan value would incur troubles immediately. Personal promise is not something everlasting. They may turn hostile suddenly. Then how to illustrate Lifechanyuan value on the topic of living style? 1. Never fight against the government. Never participate in any activity disobedient to the government. Never fight against any powerful people in any field. Never fight against the boss of the company. Be reserved, not display gallantry in front of people. Remember that we are the humblest slaters. We are the weakest men, and we are the most useless people in the world. 2. Learn from the saints with virtue. Follow the examples of the perfect men in history. Never play tricks or fish in troubled water, but be frank, forthright, honest, and sincere. Never steal, rob, deceive, cheat, or defraud others, even if at the edge of starving to death. Never pick up the money on the ground which do not belong to you. It is only that people do not take any articles left by the wayside. Would it be possible, for doors are not bolted at night. Coveting the nourishing from domestic animal will make nature lose. Profiting at other people's expense will not get sufficient treatment from Tao. Your intention should not offend heaven, earth, and others. No hatred should exist in heart, even you died of being wronged. The reason for such doing is for acquiring a peaceful mind and the natural greatness of the soul, rather than for a good reputation. Be sure to keep in mind that do not commit sins if you do not want to be punished. Have a clear consciousness, do not go astray. 3. Gradually reducing secular contacts and getting touch with celestial beings. Be diligent in works. Be penitent every day. Not wasting time in beer and skittles. Not showing off yourself. It is better to make people forget your existence. Try to be early in clearing of the secular death and not to have a new secular relationship, but strive for getting to know more celestial beings. The journey in this world for us is to cut out any connection in the mortal world and make forward for the celestial islands continent for our forever enjoyment. 4. Conceive Lifechanyuan as the thousand-year world, as if nobody existing in the world except translators, and nothing is our business except translators. There is no marriage and no mutual possession for translators. They may have sex freely because it is the real situation in a thousand-year world, but remember that all behavior should be natural and be based on real emotion instead of any plot. Keep in mind that indulging in hobbies saps one's will. Indulging in tricks saps one's morality. 5. Strive for the construction of the second home and rest all our help on the greatest creator, self-improvement, and self-refinement. The second home would guarantee our survival and solution of our personal problems such as birth, death, illness, and old age. Come to the second home if being abandoned by society and secular family, being desperation or disease, getting bankrupt, being hit by a disaster, being old and lonely. Come to the second home for the enjoyment of beautiful and free life. In short, if you want, you come. But there is a precondition here. You must be willing to give anything you have for the benefit of our brothers and sisters and lovers here, even at the cost of our own life. You must be willing to share what you have. At least you will not permit a single translator staying hungry. You must be willing to go all out for saving any translator from his or her troubles. And there is still one more question for our consideration, which is, anytime you are enjoying all of this, we should ask ourselves first, what have I done for the construction of Lifechanyuan and the second home? What have I devoted? We must be very clear that the boys and girls of Lifechanyuan are not stupid at all. No insincere action or manner whatsoever is permitted to return their honesty and kindness. 6. Follow the way of the greatest creator and no ganging up and lotting group. No making alliance for offense and defense, and be brave enough to bring everything we have into the open. Being dignified and frank, we must be conscious that anyone might turn hostile suddenly, and everything can be a reason for being blackmailed. Therefore, everything between two people, even a letter, should be able to stand the test in public. In the home, all behaviors should be based on common value rather than personal relationship. Otherwise, anyone's criminal action might involve other guy, which is the so-called a single slip may cause lasting sorrow. And gangs or groups will bury yourself for others' wrongdoing or evil when the situation becomes critical. Be sure to bear in mind that without guilty conscience, without misgiving. 7. Set yourself to a higher standard. Do the best what you can. Have an ordinary life. You may earn much money but cannot be pleasure-seeking. Be possible to take vegetables and corn flour as the ordinary food or even in vegetarian diet instead of reveling in dainties. Lead a simple yet honest life rather than luxurious and extravagant one. The principles of living standards be practical, no extravagance, no waste, and no showing off. It is absolutely unnecessary to be luxury in daily use. Think the hard work of growing of rice and of grain whenever you dine. Remember how silk is obtained, which keeps you warm and looks fine. Of course, it is also unnecessary to be as austere as a Puritan. You should enjoy life when it is time to enjoy. 8. Anyone who gets into the second home and who loves baby can expect his or her own baby, but the baby will be educated without the concept of father, and it is forbidden to make him or her know who his or her father is. The baby will be raised by the second home after being weaned. The baby will be educated to respect all of his or her elders, and regard all the male superiors as his or her father, and all the female superiors as his or her mother. Every superior must take the babies here as his or her own, loving them and taking care of them. The translators at old age will be supported by all of the translators, and Lifechanyuan will designate for their specific nursing for the last moment of their mortal life. Each person will be designated for his favorite work. For example, those who love cleaning do cleaning job. Those who love cooking do cooking job. Those who love gardening do gardening job. And those who love making things do their makings. There is no superior job or inferior job here. And there is no difference in the number of jobs. Every people must show the human's essence of truth, goodness, and beauty for providing the best services. No matter how much you contribute, the principle in the second home is long possession ownership. The distribution will be made according to everybody's specific needs, and nobody would be possible to own anything except the life. If you want to be a manager, you must leave the worst room and take the worst food. This is the so-called to be the first to bear hardships and the last to enjoy comforts. By this way, there will be no fight for power any longer. The above 8 items are the living style of translators. Seen from the secular point of view, these can be called Arabian Nights or foolish ideas. But for those who have understood the meaning and value of Lifechanyuan, they know that it is the best way to approach the higher level space of life. You may be the beneficiary of this upon reflection or perception about.